Hello friends, I welcome you all to another video by Officer's Mind. Well, I've qualified my SSB, that is a gateway to become an officer to the armed forces 3 times. I've also taken training from various officers of the armed forces on the personality development aspect as well as SSB. Apart from that, I hold a teaching experience of 3 years in this field. Today, we'll be taking a look at 13 important things that you need to do before any interview, be it an IAS interview, be it SSB, be it a corporate interview, or just any interview. Certain things that you need to follow to do well in the interview. Let's first take a look at the goals of an interview. Well, in an interview, it's very clear that the interviewer is there to check your aptitude, your suitability, your experience, and your skill set. For doing all this, he puts you through a lot of questions. The goal of the interview, that is, the person who's giving an interview, is he has to be very prepared, confident, clarity of thoughts and expression, practical, enthusiastic, and he should be able to put everything that he has thought and prepared for in the right words. Benefits of preparing for an interview. It's very important to understand. It improves your comfort level in the interview scenario. If you're prepared, definitely you'll be very relaxed and very confident. With that, we come to the next. That is, it increases your confidence. The third one is you always need to gain a constructive feedback. If you are prepared for an interview, then you will be able to ensure that you have a lot of things that you take back from the interview. The last one here is you need to understand your body language. If you are to prepare for an interview, body language is a very important aspect, as not only verbal communication but your non-verbal cues also reveal a lot about you. Now, let us take exactly what to do in an interview format, how to excel in any interview. Here comes the first one. You need to think clearly. Gentlemen, a person who has messy thoughts will never be able to do anything in an interview because he will not be able to present himself clearly. You must have to think clearly. But for thinking clearly, you need to understand what the interviewer has asked and then put that expression in your head. When it goes into your head, you just need to come out with the right options to give an answer and select the best one and answer it. The next one is knowing yourself. Gentlemen, before any interview, you need to put yourself through a lot of questions so that you understand what you yourself are. This will actually mean what are your likes, dislike, what has been in your life till now, why did you do a particular thing, why did you take a particular decision. That is important to check and know yourself. The next one is know the organization. Knowing the organization is very important, as if you know the organization that you're going to work for, if you know everything about it, be it history, be it the location of the organization, be it the number of branches that it has, or as a matter of fact, how many employees work over there, what kind of employees do the company hire, or what is the aim or the task of the company. You need to know all this before appearing in an interview. The next one is you need to prepare a resume. Resume basically has everything about you. Once you have known yourself, you need to prepare a resume in which all your strengths, all your skill set, all your achievements are pooled in there, and your family background, everything is in there. And different formats, this resume is taken differently. Like for SSB, it is PIQ, somewhere it is something else, but there is a resume for an interview all the time. The next one is research everything to the minutest details. Like if you have got a particular skill set, then you should know everything about it. If you play a particular sports, then you should know everything about it. So it is very important to understand that you need to research everything to the minutest details. Be it the organization that you're planning to work for, you need to research about it to the very minutest details. Let us take a look at the sixth one, that is speech training. Gentlemen, it is not just important to just blabber in the interview. Saying the right content with the right amount of thrust, which lets you put across your words to the interviewer, will help you a lot. Now, how speech training can be done? Speech training is nothing but you need to practice, practice, and practice. And there is a proper way of practicing this, which I'll be making a separate video upon. Now let us take a look at the next one. Listen, think, and speak. In an interview scenario, it is very important to always listen to what the interviewer is asking. Like if he has asked you, why did you do this? Why? The question is why. Then you need to give out the reasons. And if he asks you, how did you do it? That means you need to mention the process. So it is very important for you to understand the question and then think about it, and then you need to give the answer, not just have that anxious or have that anxiety to answer thing quickly. The next one is the biological clock. Well, gentlemen, whenever a question is asked to you, you need to take certain time to answer the question. Like, for example, we take some question that you have already prepared for. Just take 3 seconds. Take a pause of 3 seconds to answer that question. For an unprepared question, take 5 to 6 seconds. For a question that has involved a lot of mathematics, you need to take around 8 to 10 seconds to answer that question. Why is this thinking time important? Because it is important for you to put your thinking in the right amount of words and then deliver it to the interviewer. Do not be in a haste, don't be in a hurry. Relax and then answer the questions. The next one is understanding the question. Gentlemen, understanding a question is half an answer. That is what Socrates believed. You need to believe in the same. If you understand the question properly, that is the requirement of the question. Why do you play, say, basketball? He has asked you the reasons for it. He has asked you why, means he's asking you the reasons. If the same thing would have been, how do you run? So here the question and everything would change. This means the process. This means the reason. So you need to understand the question first. The next one is you have to be practical. Gentlemen, you have to understand that thinking practically is very important. The next one is organizing your content. The content is the key. Whatever you have thought in your head, if you are able to organize it in a particular manner, like say for example, I'm asked, how do you run? So I'll give you the ways in which I run. There are three ways. The first one is this, the second one is this, third one is this. The same question could have been answered. There are certain ways in which I run. I believe that running can be done this way, but that answer would have been a lot more hazy and would not have been understandable. But this point wise format will help you to deliver your content in an organized manner, and organized things are always understood better. Now let's take a look at the next one, the confident speaker. Gentlemen, whosoever in an interview is able to deliver confidently without any sort of doubts is going to get through it. Building confidence requires preparation, requires efforts, speech training, and knowledge. If you have all of these, nobody is stopping you to become a confident speaker. The last one is very important, the body language. Well, in any format of the interview, you just need to understand that body language is the key. If you're a person who sits upright, maintains eye contact, smiles and is enthusiastic and uses hand gestures, you are the man for the organization, because you are able to have some faith in yourself by projecting this. If you sit upright, that means you're assertive. Maintaining an eye contact tells me that you're prepared and you do not lie. Smiling and enthusiastic tells me that you have a lot of energy and you are really interested in getting this job. Using hand gestures tell me you can explain things clearly. But a person who's who slouch, stares here and there, is very frown and fidget, will not be making it through the interview. So now we come to the end of it. It's not the will to win that matters. Everyone has that. It's the will to prepare to win that matters. This is what was said by Bear Bryant, and I believe in the same. Gentlemen, if you need to excel in any interview, you need to have all these things, and you will be the man for the organization. Thank you.